Hey guys, welcome back to the Figment 5 live stream. Tonight we got Zay, we got Jason here. We're going to be going over the photo entries for challenge 4, focusing on practical effects, and hopefully we can have some good discussion around just the practical effects that we've done in shots. Obviously the ones that are going to be shown today. Hopefully we have like some good behind the scenes as well that we can go over and just see what you guys did.
Yeah.
I know Jason recently did a series where, he focused on a different sort of practical effect every month. And so maybe we can get a little more insight into what Jason's done over those past couple photos that he's taken. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Looks like Zay's got paparazzi over there. All these flashes.
I know. That's whenever you see the flash, that's my camera refocusing. So
nice.
It's not the paparazzi.
Yeah. Let's see. Things are going well. I got a different setup right now. My studio upstairs is kind of a mess because I'm in between shots, like setups and things. So I can actually tear down, but everything is just a disaster. So like instead of trying to clear it all up right now, just do it in the office. So that's where we are. It's not as fun or colorful, but I got
You still got some stuff in there though.
I got
pretty
some
nice.
stuff.
It looks pretty good to me.
Zay's got a nice little setup there with his Black Series figures, I think.
I have
got the helmet.
I do the camera view, like the cone, and I just strategically place items, and then everything else is like falling apart and junky and not toy related.
And you wear a big hood just to block out most of your frame.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like, don't look here.
Looks good. Yeah, as far as like toy stuff, I haven't really had a chance to shoot this one setup that I've got. I finished like a couple weeks ago, but I just needed to kind of finish some things before I scratch that. So I'm excited to share that probably by the end of this week, and it should be a fun one. Used a lot of practical effects in it. So
cool, man. Excited to see that actually, because I do know a little bit about that one. I think if you're talking about the one, but same with Zay. Zay's always got some secret projects going on that he's never telling us about.
It's true.
But yeah, I'm sure
you two don't like to share as you're working on the projects. But
yeah, sometimes it I don't know. I think it goes back to the whole like, do I want to reveal this thing before it actually
Yeah.
I don't like to share. I like to keep it as secret as possible until the very last second from the most people as possible. So.
I don't mind sharing like the collaborations that happen, but I think it's more like I don't want to share my photo before the thing.
I get you. I wonder if everybody in the chat, if they kind of which camps they kind of. Which
oh look, we got here. Let me add another guest real quick. He's chilling out in the green room right now.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Spencer's
hey guys.
Let's go.
What's going on, brother?
Sorry, I'm a little late.
It's all good, man.
You're good.
Good to have you here.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's good to have everyone here so far. Let's give some shout outs. Figure Mania Show was here first. Then we got Fred Evans. We got who else do we have? We got Gabriel here. Steve. We got Chris Whitlow. Got Jay-Z Jordan.
This is fun. It's awesome that a lot of you guys contributed shots for this challenge. So it's going to be fun to kind of talk through. So we won't waste a whole lot of time. But yeah, we had some really great submissions this time around.
Cool.
I know we've all been kind of busy and haven't really promoted it as much as we had some of the other ones. But this was a fun challenge to see. And then some people created new shots, and some people had previous shots that still kind of fell under the parameters for practical effects. We also had a nice. So we didn't necessarily specify like everything had to be practical. So it's cool to see some uses of a practical shot, but then enhancing some of those things in post. So a really nice balance of just different ways you can use practical effects is pretty wide open. So as simple as doing fog or rain or snow or something, a little bit more elaborate. So really good stuff we got to go through tonight.
I remember
a couple of my shots in the promo pic since I didn't have time to take a new photo.
Yeah, we got the feature photo right there.
I know, man. Let's
Man, I
critique
feel
this
like
one.
The best photo right there.
there was a point in time where literally everybody was doing practical effects, and I feel like
Yo,
it's not the case anymore, you know? So when you do see it, it's like it's nice. It's kind of like a break from, the other stuff that we see.
Yeah. I think too for the artist as well, there's something, regardless of I should say only, but if you lean more digital post effects versus just practical, if whatever side you mostly do, if you switch and try the opposite, it's really fun because it's kind of an own challenge for yourself, right? And so
Yeah.
I think it really forces you to look at different ways of how you can produce or get to the same kind of result, but how can you do it, and what, maybe which way is more practical in terms of like efficiency and how to create certain things. So that's kind of fun to kind of just change up every now and then. At least I think so.
I have yet to use this technique, I think, in a photo. I think that's such a cool, clever technique to use.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
glass
am
is
going.
fun.
This is going to be, just for everybody here, this is going to be a technique that I'm going to explore as well. So, Spencer,
Ooh.
you did first.
Which month? You already have that one planned out?
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, here's kind of what we were practical effects, kind of what we talked about, and then we wanted to see a behind the scenes just so we could see the process and how it was set up, because some of these
Just to
shots,
make sure you're not lying.
some of the shots look so good that it's really hard to tell what's practical or what might have been digitally done. Or so just seeing the behind the scenes just makes it more interesting, and I think it actually adds a lot more. I don't know, I guess awe to the photo as a viewer. So let's get started. Let's start down here, because I think this is actually chronological. So we'll just kind of start with or it's either chronological or how it was added. I don't really remember. Sweet. So Fig Federation, crawling. All right, so before, I guess there's not a BTS for this one, and we didn't go, and we're not going to go check everybody's accounts to look for them. But this is an awesome effect, just taking and tilting your camera, putting things on different perspective, where this looks like you're kind of looking down from like a window and you're seeing Spider-Man like crawling up. There's like trash cans and the street down there. I think this is really effective too.
I would like to know if this was done where it's like they're laying it on the surface like this and then they just put them on, or how they went about it. Because I think that's how they would do it, right?
Yeah, because gravity would be holding Spider-Man down on like,
unless his foot is on something over there. But yeah,
that's true.
That's why we need the behind the scenes, man.
It's all part of the illusion.
I know.
That's how I would shoot it Jason's way, have it flat in the camera.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you guys done this? I feel like
I think I've done it with this. I think it's Spider-Man's a very common one. I think I did one with Spider-Man or something like that. Oh, I know. Actually, I know. I think I did a Snake Eyes one, a G.I. Joe. I think I had him. I can't remember. I think I did, but I think I had it look like he was hanging on like a rope. But I think I had it flat, so it looked that way. I don't know. It's been a little while though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think I have. I
did a couple of Spider-Man shots just because it makes sense, having him like
for sure,
climb on walls and stuff. But I want to do a little bit more, just kind of experiment with it. I did a Heavy Mando where it's almost like you're looking from like the sky, looking down. He's like blasting off towards the camera.
Yeah.
There's like an explosion behind him, like the top of a building. But even then, it was kind of hard to tell. So
that one you did the glass too, didn't you?
Oh, I did. So I did do it before you, right?
Spencer stole it from Jason.
I never said I did it first. I saw there's a lot of people on the ACBA Facebook that have done it.
I know.
So.
Yeah.
I never claimed it was me the first one. So.
I know. I said it.
Such a good, simple technique. I don't think I've actually done anything like that either. I think this one's similar to like the glass. They're like simple but super effective. But I haven't actually kind of messed around with changing the perspective like that.
Yeah.
Even though it's so simple. That's
It's
one
cool.
I gotta try too. Probably because I don't shoot that much Spider-Man. I don't have any cool building dioramas like you guys. It's come
Oh
up with
yeah. Well, you could also just like make your own like in 3D.
Yeah,
like,
just
today
3D print that
You
stuff.
can do
during
a
lunch
Cal
hour.
do a Cal Kestis running on the wall.
There you go.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Dude, you're a pro dio builder now, Zay. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
You got some good, cool die. I mean, maybe you can't show those off right now, but
I did
they look
open my
sweet.
Cal Kestis and I like looked at it like I should shoot this, and then I just set it down.
Put it down.
It looks good. I've got the other version, and it looks pretty. It's pretty cool. I bought it from someone who made a custom poncho, like a cloth wire custom
nice.
poncho, along with the figures, like $40, I think, and a bunch of other accessories.
I need more ponchos.
Yeah,
I think
that one.
I found one off eBay like last year or
Looks
something.
good.
I
Nice.
think CJism, they have a super awesome like rain poncho, hooded poncho thing too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love soft goods. Love wired soft goods too.
I feel like
okay.
they all have to be soft good or wired.
Yeah,
At this
you need it
point.
wired.
That's true. All right, Bespin Cloud, another friend of the Figment 5. These are so fun. I love. Again, we don't have a wider shot to show, but it's still just hilarious. This is, I mean, obviously you've got. It looks like natural sunlight. I think the sky is. I'm not sure if there's a print off or something.
It looks like something. Yeah, either. I feel like it's a print off or like a backdrop.
Yeah. I just love anytime you have these kind of shots where you've got multiple figures doing things, and it's kind of like a little Easter egg hunt, and then all the little accessories and little props. It's just, they're so fun. They're just entertaining. Like right now, he's like about to dump a bucket of ice on Palpatine. Like that's hilarious.
That's real ice too, right? It looks like it.
Yeah. Practically, yeah.
Practical ice.
He's got a barbecue going on the grill, doing some hot dogs. Yeah.
This is one you gotta like take it into Photoshop and use their new generative. Just like expand and see what AI thinks going on in the party. You know.
That would actually be pretty fun to do. Yeah, this is cool. I love. Again, I think outdoor shooting, that's a really great way to do practical, even if you're not doing any kind of like crazy effects or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's nice to just use the natural light. And if you're going for that type of scene, this is perfect for it. Bespin Cloud always does great work. So
yeah, I know Johnny really likes taking his dioramas outside and using natural light and seeing how, actually like real light from the sun affects like the same, like, the dioramas and all
Have
that.
you seen the sun recently, Richie?
Why, dude? Am I like super pale?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say right now, dude?
No, nothing like that.
Sun's bright.
Sun bright. Yeah. So nice work from our friend Bespin Cloud. All right, Harold.
That looks so cool.
First one here in the chat. So
he did a lot of good Godzilla ones. It's awesome.
yes.
I
So
love the force
love
perspective here.
I was going to say, Harold, you bring in a lot of different aspects, especially with practical effects, that I just think are really, really cool. Like just maybe not even effects so much, but even just like the force perspective. And you've got obviously like clouds that is like cotton or some kind of polyester. And then you've got the miniatures with the larger scale figures and things being put and kind of arranged in that Z space, like in depth in the scene. And it just gives us really, really massive, it looks huge. So
How many buildings are those? Like,
know, right?
how many are there?
Seriously.
Like,
So
they're all
cool.
practical, right? They're all like actual figures.
Yeah.
Or
yeah. So I know he's got a lot of BTS content on his page.
he
There's
does like
also some
reels.
other, I think he's got three or four other ones that he submitted to this challenge. And it's worth looking at just because it's fun to see all the different types of ways we compose the shots and stuff.
I love it. That's
This
so
is really
cool.
great.
The destruction underneath Godzilla is, I'm assuming, using like the cotton balls, right?
Yeah,
For,
and then the light.
Or
I
probably,
guess he has a light under there.
yeah, polyester. You can buy like bags of it and stuff.
That's freaking dope.
Yeah, that's nice. And also just great framing too.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
perfect shot.
Man, I want all these little buildings. I know you can. I've seen these online. You can buy. I think some of them might be a mixture of buildings that are you can just buy and they're all damaged and painted. But then there's some that are like model kits that you can put together.
Mhm.
But
I
man,
think that if you look up like N scale buildings, I think you can find some on eBay or wherever. But I'm sure
Yeah.
Figure Mania can let us know, unless he's
Yeah, let us
trying to
know.
keep that a secret.
or just
He
let
wants
us
to
know.
have a
Like,
monopoly over all these
He's
buildings.
bought all the buildings. There's no more.
Yeah.
right, right. I wonder. It would be interesting too if you used cardboard cutouts. But it looks like all the lighting is actually on these, like they're 3D elements or 3D, like they've got geometry to them. But very cool. Love. Yeah, Ulanzi's official. That's the lights he always uses. So nice work, dude. That's a really good.
Great job.
Really good scene. The other one more thing, just the idea that it feels like you're inside of a building looking out. Again, adds that extra level of depth where it could just be like on the ground or somewhere, but showing that and kind of framing it within like a space makes it that much like that sense of scale is exponential. So nice work. Oh, here we go. Let's see. There was I saved this one because I think you show a little bit more behind the scenes for it, or one of them. Yeah. So similar types of shots. Yeah, look at all the
so cool.
Okay, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, Figure Mania, but it looks like maybe that skyline back there is.
Oh yeah, maybe that's not.
Maybe cutouts. Maybe I was right. I don't know. Let's see.
Might be. It's probably a mixture of both.
Oh no, it looks like
I don't know.
Part of the picture, maybe.
Dang, they're all.
Oh, he said all practical. That's dope.
Oh, so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Like the best Godzilla shots on Instagram.
I agree.
Dang, look at that.
It's so good.
Awesome, dude. Nice work, man. I love that.
Does he do more? I guess he does. Wait, no.
There's some other posts here as well. So this is another. I think. Hang on, let me look and see if there's the. Okay, maybe don't have the shot, or maybe it was added later. Okay. Basically, this is what we're seeing at the very beginning is the shot. But there you go. If you want rain,
Batman and
water.
Is that real rain? Like when it was raining?
That's what it looked like.
It looked like it's
Well, it's indoor.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
But I guess, I mean,
pretty good though.
It's got a
I know it's small droplets for rain.
It is.
Usually rain's big.
I mean, that's the hardest. I would say that's the hardest thing to do is with rain, like trying to get it where the scale is right.
It's snow. Real snow is the same way.
Yeah.
Real snow doesn't look good because it's big.
Yeah. And then there's also like do you want rain droplets to be like frozen and round in the shot, or is it like, do you like the comic book looking one where it's like there's streaks, Yeah.
This is also nice because you've got a little bit of.
I like an in between.
What?
I like the in between where a long exposure is going to give you like the streaks that are super, super long and like almost like invisible. Whereas, if you have your shutter speed too high, then they become like that essentially.
Yeah.
So I like it in between where it's like the raindrops have some length to them.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it's
hard,
like Spencer's
hard
saying.
to
Yeah,
capture.
it's hard to scale to like 1/12 size figures. So maybe there's a better way of using like mist or something.
Yeah, I have a little. I think I got this from Johnny because he does the best rain. It's a little.
Oh yeah,
It's a little
like
spray bottle,
camera.
but it's very, very little.
Yeah.
But it still takes so long just like to get the shutter speed right with the light to get the exposure. It's tough.
I use those. I use like a spray bottle that. I wish I had it on me, but it kind of has like a resistance to it, like when you're spraying it, and then when you let it go, it's like it sprays on its own almost. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like you press it down and you let go. It's like still kind of spraying a little bit.
Shoot.
I've never seen that.
We're talking about ones that like you hand pump that are pressurized.
Not exactly. I don't. I wish I could just go.
Is
grab
it a is
but-
it a boom? What
A BAM?
A BAM?
No. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't have to pump.
Hurricane weather.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great shot, Mighty Lens. I really love that Batman. It's really fun. Let's see.
This next Ray photo. Well, actually, I don't know if that's the next one, but
Yeah. All right.
Which
Love
is
this.
girlfriend.
Another Mighty Lens. So this is I guess the
Fireworks.
first fireworks one we got. It's funny how even kind of with Johnny, I would say, at least for us who've been in it for a while, I would say a lot of the snow and those types of practical effects, I think of Johnny as being one of the people who kind of, that was the first type of like my introduction to using, like having snow in photos. I'd say Sir Dork is another, like for fireworks and explosions. This just kind of like gives that same feel, and it's so fun seeing this type of work because you don't know what you're going to get. You know, I mean, you want to do a whole bunch of bursts, but you have no idea exactly what it's going to look like until actually you're looking at the shots, right?
Yeah.
Right.
this is another effect that I've never attempted to do.
Neither.
But every time I've seen
Never
it,
done fireworks?
never, because I don't think I've ever been in an area that, because like you guys live in houses, so you can just use your backyard, whereas like I can't just go out in public and do something like that. I mean, I could, but
Yeah.
I'd probably get in
Can't
trouble
go out in
somehow.
Washington D.C. and do
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Light some
Especially. I wasn't even using fireworks one time, and someone like called the cops on me. So
your tripod.
yeah, if I was using fireworks 100%, I don't know, I'd be in more trouble.
Guantanamo
But
Bay.
it looks so cool though. Anytime I
It does.
see the fireworks and yeah, exactly, Jason. I think Johnny is the first person that I think I saw using fireworks for photos, and the results are like so good. Like yeah.
I feel like this technique, it's a lot more challenging than you think. I guess with anything, right? Any toy, any like practical effect, you kind of think like, oh, you just light a firework and you get the cool shot. But
yeah,
my experience, I have to do a lot. I have to do it a bunch of times, and then you end up having to kind of like
Paste lots of photos together.
paste it in and do a lot of editing. You know, it's always hard to get it in one shot.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
biggest-
also if you do it once and you've got a bunch of debris from the firework stuff, you have to like clean that up if you want to get out of the shot.
Yeah. The one thing too with effects and fireworks and all these things is like you need it can't just be the effect. It's another thing that adds to the story and making sure it like makes sense versus just like someone just standing in fireworks. It's like you have to make it make sense. You know,
Yeah,
Deadpool
totally.
running away, you know, that makes sense. You know, he's just did a big explosion. It makes sense. But like other things, just like standing there in an explosion may look cool, but you have to make it work as a photo and tell the story. And so it's like anything, it's just another tool to tell the story.
Yeah. I love that
Yeah.
he's holding a
Good point.
phone.
Huh?
Selfie. He's got
Oh,
a-
yeah.
He's holding like selfies. Nice work, Mighty Lens. Another
Love it.
great shot. And then another one. So it looks like we kind of got the trifecta right here.
Yeah.
We got the powder, or
This
you've
looks
done
like a
this.
Zay technique right here.
Yeah.
Unless he changed the color in post or something, but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. He probably used is there a BTS? But he probably used a blue.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There's a
Yep.
blue.
Some blue powder.
Yeah, this
Of some
looks
sort.
this
Oh,
looks
that
like
reminds me of Jax.
Yeah.
Jax had he used like his BAM thing with some kind of like tube like that.
It's
I remember
definitely
seeing
Jax-
that one time and I was like,
Jax OG technique. I do that
such
too.
a good
though.
idea.
I stole that from Jax for sure.
Here we go. Slow mo. Yes. Boom.
Ooh,
So
there it
quick
is.
to do.
There it is in
Yeah, I
real
missed that.
time. Those who haven't done or tried this before, you have to shoot at like a high continuous
Yeah.
shots to to not miss anything, because obviously you don't want to just try to get it perfect with just one shot.
Yeah. So what's great about this too is, unless I doubt it, maybe there's a little bit of painting out. It's kind of hard to tell. The nice thing is that's just gonna hide a lot of like that piece that's holding up and stabilizing the figure. The little helping hands, I think is what it's called. It covers it up so you don't really even see it. It's kind of handy.
I have that exact same little Hobby Lobby little magnifying
Everybody
glass.
should get one. They're great.
Magnifying glass?
Yeah, it has like the little grabbers, and then there's like a magnifying glass.
Oh, I see.
It's pretty handy. All right, late toy show. Another really fun one. I assume we're looking at some of these little sparks. There's a light here, and you've got.
Oh,
This is great. Fiber optics.
Water spray.
Look at that. You're getting those little.
Oh, that's really cool.
It looks like a firework effect, but it's water. That's cool.
That's actually
Yeah.
really
So up
smart.
here, yeah, exactly. So right here, you've got these nice little accent. Looks like the like sparks, and then a spray bottle. Probably while it's just lit, gets you those beautiful like the bokeh here.
Yep,
And that.
That's sweet.
that's a really cool technique.
Here's the other thing. You know, you kind of made note of this, Spencer, where it's you can do a firework, but what's the story that you're telling? And I think these are really great examples of, okay, well, why would you want to have this effect? You could use it so it looks like sparks are coming off as the metal hits his, gauntlet. And so the motivation to use the effects to achieve, like basically be able to achieve your vision for the story. I think that's what makes it like a really good investment to spend the time to do it. Because if it just helps enhance the story that you're creating, then it just, one also visually looks cool too. But
Yeah,
that's awesome. I like this little piece right here.
Yeah.
that's cool. I like this because we're discovering new ways of doing things too, like the ingenuity around so many new techniques that I'm sure we're not familiar with or that people are creating during this process. It's cool.
So you mean techniques we can steal from? You mean
100%? I think we should steal them.
Jason's already planning his next.
Jason just.
He's like, thank you. I needed one for August.
This is his brainstorm for the rest of the year, guys.
Don't tell him. I'm like, I was running low. I needed people to help me out with some effect ideas. Yeah, this is really great. Late toy show. I love it. Really great way to bring this scene to life. And again, if you didn't know, this just looks like it's really well composited too. So love that.
Great
Beautiful.
job.
Here's another one. Oh, this is really cool. All right, this is another one.
When I first saw this, like my guess was that it was like because do you guys remember that photo when someone left their figure in like near a spider, and then the spider actually created webs around the figure?
Ooh, gross.
Do you remember
Really?
that? Do you remember that photo?
I don't remember ever seeing that.
Yeah, it was. Who did
So
that? Oh man,
nasty.
I forgot who did it, but I thought that was brilliant because
There you go. Hot glue for the webs.
Yeah,
Flash,
that's awesome.
fog machine, and water spray. So check this out. You can actually see the little bit more detail.
Hot glue.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't care about that figure, Just kidding.
Well, I think there you go. That's a really great way to see it.
That is sick.
What's nice about that?
I thought it was fishing line at first.
Yeah, I would almost say this would be very tedious because you want to get the nice thin strands. So you kind of have to. You got to have like the opportune time. It's almost like, I don't know. I'm really curious how they actually started the hot glue. Did they stick it to something and then stretch it, and then take those little pieces and just kind of arrange it, or was it like you're doing it around the figure? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, it seems like the easiest way would be to like glue it onto Spidey and pull it out, but then you'd have a glob on him, and you don't really see that. So I'm curious too.
And even just getting it around the figure, if it's coming off the hot glue gun tip, it seems like that would be difficult to like wrap it around the leg, right? Because you wouldn't be able to get the glue gun around it very easily. So yeah, you know what?
The way
Don't
that it
tell us.
holds
Don't tell
holds
us.
it too, like the tension.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and with like even water spraying too, like it's like perfectly the right, the right toughness to not break and look perfect.
Really, yeah, it's a really great. It just helps with the scale too, because it's
Yeah.
it would be so fine anyway, and so to be able to do that versus I think fishing string might be too thick at a certain point. So, and this just be the nature of that, the way it kind of droops a little bit. And you've got some that are like you were saying has some nice tension to it. Really great, a nice effective use of a practical technique that I really hadn't even thought of. So
Add that one to the list, Jace.
Let's see, October.
Hot glue gun.
I should say there are some techniques that I'm still planning to explore that people are using. So
Yeah, you have to put that out there before they go back to this and like, see, you took it from me.
All right, another friend, Robot Wig, another amazing photographer who focuses on doing practical effects and practical shots and forced perspective. And this is Pepper's Ghost. I feel like we've talked about that a lot, but
great use.
just
for
such a really, really beautiful, not only just the technique, but executing a beautiful composition, I think is something that's great. What I love is when you see the behind the scenes, and if it's taken with like your phone or something like that, it doesn't look like what you would expect. And then when you turn on the lights, get them where they need to be, and like it just has a completely different
the magic of it.
feel. That is the magic. That's what I think a lot of us enjoy about it, where it's like you don't know until you actually see what the lens sees, and you can really trick the eye and trick the camera, or I guess the viewer, to see through the camera some kind of scene that you're setting up with different perspective and stuff like that. So really, really great one.
That's beautiful. This is another technique I've been wanting to try since Richie did it on his little Iron Man one back in the day, and then when Jason did it too. I know this one can be a challenge too, so one day I'm gonna have to try to give this one a try.
It's fun. I mean, yeah, Richie, your Pepper's Ghost shot.
Yeah,
with
Peppers.
Pepper Potts and Iron Man. Yeah. You did that a couple of years ago, and that was a really amazing and obviously brilliant, like the play on words. That's what we expect from you. But, it's really cool. You should try it because it gives you it's a really cool way to do things if you want them to float, or if it's a hologram or things like that. Obviously, being able to see through the figure. I don't know. It's a lot of fun, and it's really not that difficult to do. So you should try that.
You should anybody watching that hasn't I think it's called Imagineering or something like that. What's that show on Disney Plus? Yeah, because I was watching that during like I forget when it was, maybe one of the I think closer to like the holidays or something during that time, and I remember watching that and being like, yo, it's so crazy how they like did all this stuff. And then I think when I saw the Pepper's Ghost thing, I think I was just thinking like, how can I use this technique, And so
the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. It's so cool. And like when you actually get down to actually try this technique, there's like certain things that you run into that you're like what? So for instance, the glass or like the acrylic, I think I used acrylic when I first did it. It can create like almost like a echo of itself because it's like too thick or something like that. And so
it's reflecting off of both the front surface and the back surface.
Yeah. And I think the photo that I did, you could see that. And so I don't know what the best material is to use for this technique so that it's seamless and it looks one-to-one.
Is the thinner then? Thinner the better?
Yeah. So I actually saw somebody use just saran wrap and stretch it across like cardboard and like cut a hole and made a frame for it. So that's like super thin, and it actually worked.
Okay.
It's actually really smart because you can get that so tight that it looks basically like glass.
Invisible.
Yeah. So for anybody that is following along with the techniques. I'm going to do a little plug, but this is actually pretty fun. If you go to the guides right here, I'll show you that one we're talking about. So the techniques I'm exploring, I'm basically saving people's posts that they're using it. But if you go into this one, there you go. Pepper's Ghost. Look at that. So sick. Let me see. I've saved it, and I think it might be towards the bottom, but basically the same thing where we're using Han. It's like Han and Carbonite. Let me see. Here you go. You can kind of see the double edge right there.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for the one that someone uses the actual saran wrap?
Yep, right here.
Oh wow.
So check it out. This is I am TJ Williams.
I am TJ.
This is a brilliant solve. So I want to give him props for that, because that's what got rid of that double image, I suppose.
Yeah. And I'm guessing then it's like, obviously scale matters, because like you're going to be able to see that echo with action figures, but if you were to actually use glass or something in human scale, you wouldn't probably get the echo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, just as a diversion.
Can we go through and look at my page now?
Do you do practical effects?
Never.
Real quick.
He's always doing practical effects.
Here's some more of Harold's work that's really, really nice.
Oh yeah.
More beautiful destruction.
Godzilla.
This
That
is also
plane
nice
is
to hold up I
crazy.
would assume to hold up the plane. You've got kind of like a trail, but it also acts as
A stand.
I know.
Yeah,
It
stand.
works. It works.
Mhm. I love that. The scaling is perfect.
This one's so cool.
Yeah.
Little.
Nice portrait.
That's awesome. Is that the NECA Godzilla? Like the 89?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite one.
I don't know.
Oh no, SHF. Looks like.
Okay. Yeah, Harold, love that. Nice. More Spider-Man. Love his carnage.
Spider-Man.
So for this one, I think a lot of the practical we're thinking about using Paulo Picasso, by the way, another good friend of the Figment 5. The cool thing about this is just using just stuff like to build out a diorama. And I think you've got a little bit of like a kind of explosion or throwing some stuff up in the background just to get some more action back there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's easy to like practical, using practical, this maybe not so much as an effect, but practical elements. Looking at things kind of like what we did with some of our other challenges, where it's like looking at something for not what it is, but what it could be. And I think this is great. This almost looks like a tile that's been crushed up, but it looks like big chunks of cinder or concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that. But I do think there's something going on back here, like maybe like toss some stuff up or something. But
It does look like that.
yeah. Real quick, are you guys excited about Spider-Verse?
Yes. Well, I haven't bought tickets yet, but I am excited to watch it.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that Hot Toys?
That's another
I
conversation.
I know that
You
is
mean,
another
you,
conversation.
you mean the Marvel Legends?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
1/6 Marvel Legend. Now it'd be cool to see what people do with that. But yeah, I really love this. Like the color too.
Mhm.
Carnage is such a fun figure, and all these little wispy.
Spoiler. Just kidding.
It'd be interesting. I'm curious if they're going to throw in some things there that are surprises in the movie. I'm sure they will. But
For sure.
love that. And
Zay loves spoilers. So
is that the Sentinel?
Yeah, it looks
Spidey
like it.
or Miles looks like it. Love it.
Whoa.
All right, another practical effect. So this is Lex Collects. Wanted to try incense for smoke effects,
oh, okay.
and this challenge provided an opportunity to do that. So, Foosh Samurai, I love these guys. They're so cool. These
Oh,
have
yeah.
really nice articulation, and the builds of the figures are like really solid.
They're similar to Marvel Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. And it probably
Smoke's hard.
smells nice.
Smoke's hard. Smoke's hard to do, so that was good capture.
Yeah, this one's really great. I love too the like aquarium decor or whatever. I know you guys have kind of done some of that. I've never used that, but my kids love going to like PetSmart and stuff. And every time we go there, I always go down the aisle and I'm like looking for things.
They're just so expensive.
Yeah, you're like, this is $25.
Yeah, it's too expensive sometimes, you know. But you're right. I think there was a phase where you're just like looking at everything and trying to see like what can you work into a photo, you know. And PetSmart was one of those places where you just go.
I'm glad you said that, Zay, because I want to pull up my Mercari page. I just posted some aquarium decor. Yeah, this is really nice. I love that. This is a great composition too.
Yeah.
I love great use of incense. I never really
Smoke is cool because like you can capture like different ways you can capture like it in different ways where you get the wisps and stuff if you have like the higher shutter speeds, and then if you want more of like that atmosphere misty like vibe to it, then just long exposure all day.
Yeah, it's nice. Great stuff. Nice job, Lex. It's Danny May.
Ronin. I haven't read this story yet.
Oh, you need to.
I also feel like I don't need to because it was spoiled for me like who the last Ronin was. So
It's
I feel like
still a
that
good
was
story. That you find out pretty soon, like into the.
It's the end of the first issue. You find out who it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, I felt like that would have been part of the experience, but I'm sure it's still good. I'll get around to it. Jason, do you have it?
Yes.
All right, you gonna send it to me or? Sick.
Probably cheaper just to buy it for you.
Okay, cool.
I know. It's like
that's what I was trying to get to.
It's like $15 on Amazon or something.
I'll just take pictures of all the
Yeah, there you go. Send me a PDF.
Perfect.
It's Danny May, 88 LBC. Wanted to create a wet dripping sewer location, so I used a spray bottle with a stream option to get big water droplets, then a topical mist spray. There you go, Spencer, what you were talking about. Nice way to use both to get different droplets. Like you're thinking about it versus just like, all right, I've got a spray bottle.
Just spraying water, you know, knowing what you want to capture beforehand definitely helps.
Yeah.
And then
being very intentional about it too.
And then those dio pieces.
Beautiful.
That's rad.
I want to do a sewer so bad.
And the framing is perfect.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to make a sewer.
You should make me a sewer. Don't do it for you. You should make me one.
Let's just go over to Richee's. He's getting a sewer, aren't you?
I have one.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. It looks so cool.
I love the color in this too. That blue and red. It's so nice. Really great stuff. Nice, Danny May.
Great job.
I love turtles. And the last Ronin just looks so good. All right, MTZ Studios. Ahsoka meets Grogu. Starting this week with the challenge. Starting this week with this photo. I got that exclusive pack.
This one was the fire. It's really cool.
Yeah, actual fire. Let me see. I think it's the next one. Yes, behind the scenes. We can see. So this is another great.
I love that.
People who are able to shoot outdoors and find locations that work, or that takes time. Like we talked about how it's nice to shoot indoors because you can kind of create everything from scratch, but it also takes time, like finding a good location if you're outdoors. That's going to work for you.
Building this fire pit and everything.
So cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've always wanted to do a fire pit shot outside, and I just never gone to it. And I'm using real fire. It was really cool.
It looks. What's cool there is, I don't know if. Let's see, if they showed the camera being used, but even just right there at the very end when we saw kind of like from what kind of looked like it was from the. Dang it! Oh. No. Sorry.
Wrong way.
Ruining it. Like if you shot, I think this is with a normal, like a iPhone 12. It looks like you're actually there.
Yeah.
Because it's all natural.
Taking a campfire shot.
Yeah. You see the porgs back here too?
I miss outdoor shooting, dude.
No, you don't.
I miss it, man. I loved going outside and taking photos before.
Go do it. It's
No,
springtime.
man. There's too many ticks now, like everywhere.
And snakes.
No,
And
just
snakes.
ticks. Ticks are the worst. Like they're the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Well, this is great. MTD, oh, you're here. I used my phone. Love it. Such a cool setup, man. I love all these little props too.
That's
Man.
an awesome campfire.
It really is.
Let's go
You could also
camping.
do something cool. I think this would be a really good way to use the incense or something like that. Because
Mhm.
it'd be kind of that smaller scale. But man,
That's true.
love it, dude.
Save that one for October, baby.
Yeah. All right. So write down incense as well and real fire for
go.
November. Okay. All right. So this one, I think I was trying to remember. Yeah. So this is more just a setup using kind of just props and things. So not so much Figure Mania 112. Is this you, Harold? Anyway, not as much as kind of practical in terms of like effects, but also just using props and things. I think is cool.
RoboCop.
Clone War 501st.
Indiana
Is this
Jones.
a screenshot? This is a screenshot.
It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Look at this.
Such an iconic moment.
That's so
That's fun.
good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you guys have any of the Indiana Jones figures?
I
Yep.
have just
Nope.
indie.
Just Indy. Yeah.
I have the first wave. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just indie.
Clone Wars always makes beautiful shots, and I like that. Even just right here, seeing some of the actual Star Wars shots of troopers
Yeah,
and things.
that brings me back, dude.
So
I
good.
used to love doing photos like that
Yeah.
all the time, literally.
All
I,
the
You mean
I
time.
think
you
it was
love
like
doing photos?
every photo that I did for that time period was just let me go outside, get some dust, and boom, get that BAM
Boom.
blaster out there.
You just
Yeah.
used to love doing photos.
It just looks so cool, man, with Star Wars figures.
It does.
Like
Yeah,
they just
I know.
go so
That's,
well together.
That's all I did the first couple years too.
Mhm.
It was
Bring
fun.
it back, Richie. You're the trendsetter. So
No,
if you,
man, like
made
people
it
are
easier
doing
to
it
get
now. I mean,
quick,
people
simple
still do it.
shots, then everybody else will just be like, "Sweet, I can just do that. I don't have to try so hard."
No, I think I was just I don't know. Back then it was just so cool to do that effect and be like, "Yo, how the heck did I make this photo?" Just by throwing some dust around, you know.
I love this behind the scenes, just like the video of all the dirt and stuff falling on them. Look, it's funny. Sweet.
It's like the adult version of playing with your toys, like going outside and like playing in the sandbox.
It's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. What another thing that people don't always think, and I think they've done a really good job here. Look, the background is just cardboard because the focus is so shallow. You basically just are covering up trees back there, so you're just kind of creating a background, and
Yeah.
because it doesn't have a lot of detail, it really makes that figure pop forward. So think about that too when you're shooting. You don't always have to have like the right prop or the right piece. Think about it like, how is the light going to hit this surface? Like if you're going to use I don't know, like a grade, like maybe from a cookie sheet. Maybe there's like a great top that kind of goes on the cookie sheet. Like you use that and see how the light hits it. Maybe it looks like a wire chain link fence or something. So you can think about, again, using elements that don't necessarily, they're not used for that, where this is just cardboard just to kind of get rid of the trees in the background.
Yeah.
So
Love
there's a
how-
lot
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways you can.
Love how you use cardboard too versus like a lot of people use like a black mat board or something like that, but using cardboard instead to kind of match the tone of the environment and the beige brown and everything.
Keeps it nice and warm. Yeah. That's a really great shot. Nice job, Clone Wars 501st. Here we go. Here's another really fun one with snow. So let's see. They say scrape some ash and nearby burnt wood from my backyard fire pit and spread it everywhere to make the bleak image. So look at all these like charcoal chunks
Yeah.
and ash. That's really cool. I actually thought that was some kind of baking powder or baking soda or something like that. But
Use what you have sometimes, like,
Great example of that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this looks like 3 3/4, doesn't it?
I think so.
I think so.
Are those the McFarlane ones?
I have no idea. Maybe
No
some of these
idea.
maybe some of them are custom too.
Zay Chanel, he likes Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jazzwares has a ton of the 3 3/4 ones. I'm not sure if those are them or not. They do look kind of a little custom-y, but
Yeah.
I have a bunch of the smaller Jazzwares ones, but I don't have any of those ones. So
Cool. I guess we need to find out. And I also like the title Bleak Winter and using actual ash from a fire. Like that's cool too.
yeah,
Great asteroid. Oh, that's true. Nice, Steve. Good point. Burnt wood, charcoal would make great asteroids.
Sorry, Spencer, I covered your face.
No.
on that note of like the charcoal, also, I think in some of the dioramas that I've built recently, I think it was Luke Towen who, they have kind of the molds for making some of the rocks and everything. In one of his videos, he mentions that they use charcoal, or what is it, the wood charcoal to make those molds.
Like lump charcoal?
Yeah, lump charcoal to make the molds. And so I actually went to the store and just bought a bag of the lump charcoal, and it's like a whole, they come in chunks, and then you kind of just, I coated them in
The latex
Mod
or something?
Podge and then painted them, and then they like work really well as kind of like boulders and stones, and you can like place
That
them
sounds
around.
really messy.
It's not too bad.
No?
That sounds cool.
complicated.
I think I've seen that video, Zay. Like, he'll go out and find an actual rock and then create a mold
Yeah.
out of it, and then
In that video where he finds the rock, he mentioned that they use lump charcoal. So I think it is a little messy, but I basically had a bowl of like watered down Mod Podge, and you just dip them all in there, and once they're dry, they're basically like
they create a
don't
mold, right?
shed anymore, and then you can just
Pour some
That's a
plaster
great
in
idea.
there or something.
All right, so lump charcoal. December. Okay. Moving on. Nice job, Xeno Protocol. Let's see.
Hey, who's this guy? Let's skip
Yeah.
that one.
Why don't you talk
There's
about
there's
your
no
picture?
practical effects in this shot.
Sure there are.
No, I think this was just like another. I think I made a comment in this one. I had the hardest time getting him to stand in the walking pose. So I had a little. It's one of those back when Hasbro did the triangle foot peg stand. So
Oh yeah.
he's got the stand under there, but it's just covered with the sand. So.
Yeah.
And then again, just getting the figures there, diorama pieces and lighting, and so it's not like the effects, but just kind of the practical nature, and then not really modifying it in post after. Just
Is
taking
that
a
a
photo.
kinetic sand by any chance?
Yep.
Is that stuff good? I've always seen that in the stores, and I'm always like, should I try this out? Or
That's
is
what
it
I
like-
always use.
I was
It's
gonna
nice
say
because it's not messy.
not messy.
It's perfect.
That's the best
It's
part.
I think it scales pretty well.
Mhm.
It doesn't get you like the fine kind of sand, like beachy sand, if that's what you're going for, but
Mhm.
it works, I think, and that's what I usually use. I have some other sand over there. I've just been using that to hold up I haven't used it as much. I was using that to hold up the background, but
Oh, you know what's funny? So the shot that I'm gonna post, I had sand in it, and it's just like sand from a playground. And I actually went through and sifted out some of the larger granules, so it's kind of fine. But it's funny. I ended up taking that. I had like a big box of like just a plastic container of the sand, and then I ended up buying sand bags so it can hold down lights and things like that. So it's basically just like a canvas, bag, and it's got
Yep.
two zip pouches. And
Those are crucial.
I was like, this is kind of nice because then it stores the sand in the bag, and then I can just pull out. It's like a Ziploc bag. So
dual purpose.
yeah, it worked out.
only other thing practical in this photo is I did have to super glue BD to the poncho.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But
Did
just
you-
like, what? Not super glue. Yeah, super glue. But it came off. There's no. There's
This one's
nothing.
great.
Is there any residue on the actual poncho or anything?
There is a little bit on the back of the
Weathering.
poncho,
Okay,
but
that's not bad, though.
I'm sure
it's
you
on
could
the
just
back
like
of the
sand that out
poncho.
or something.
Not sure you can see that, but
I've gotten
Just
to the
a little
point
bit
now
there.
where
but I
I've
mean,
been-
it's like it's on the back, and you'll never see it.
I've gotten to the point now where if I'm modifying figures, I don't care as much as I used to. Like I've completely broke apart a few figures just so I can make them have a more dynamic pose, and then I'm like, oh, I can kind of put this back together. If I don't, oh well.
I
And
hear
once you
you.
do it, it kind of opens up some ideas and open up possibilities. But I love this. Is cool. This is like a signature Swit picks, which I love.
Yeah, I like the walking.
Yeah, me too. I like all the figures you added too.
It's true too, Spencer. I mean, the aspect of kind of not having to edit out a bunch of stands or wires or whatever is kind of a challenge. And I think sometimes I'll just get, I don't know if it's lazy, but you just do whatever, and it's like I'll fix it in post. And taking that step of being intentional about building it in a way that doesn't require a ton of like Photoshop work is a
Nice.
challenge for me. And so that's cool.
Yeah, I mean now with generative Photoshop, it's probably a lot easier to remove stands. Before I was stamping and just never was looking good, so it's like just kind of went into the non-Photoshop. But yeah,
Well,
it'll be.
I like this one. This is
I
great.
was saying,
So
I was talking with Jason earlier, and like I was talking about just figure stands and things like that. That they don't have any ones that are like great, like most of them are bulky or like in the way or something like that. And I feel like there needs to be a better one out there.
There's got to be a way where you could do, because I have a lot of
like I don't want the
just
stand
kind of-
to be on my actual diorama. You know what I mean?
I just have like a little wire thing, like like the
Yeah.
ACBA ones. There's got to be a way where maybe that's something we need to make, but make
Yeah.
something that's like metal and that can like bend and it's thin and hideable.
Yep. We need to make those armature things for stop motion, but like much longer.
But much longer and,
And
not
stronger.
as- yeah.
That's what we'll do.
I think I saw the one that you have. I think I have the same one you have, maybe Richie, like got on Amazon. But I got the super long one.
Oh yeah. I feel like oh yeah.
Something like,
Oh wow.
Does that does that hold? That's the
It
thing.
doesn't really, if it's like a super light figure. But what you can do is kind of like,
Can you tighten those joints?
yeah, but it won't hold anything heavy. It will hold like, you could kind of go something like this, and it will hold. So it's better than, it's not perfect.
you need something
The one
that's
that-
half that size because that's really big.
I know. This is good for some stuff. The one that Jax uses that is like the super expensive professional stop motion one, that thing is super cool. But then
Yeah.
it's big and bulky too. So
Yeah.
I think as
Well,
long
like
as
$200 or something.
as long as the base can be like either a clamp or something super heavy,
yeah,
and you're able to tighten those joints so that it can hold with it extended that far out, that would be ideal, I think.
Yeah. The one that Jax has is like that. It's like a separate vertical, separate horizontal, and then it'll hold something really heavy straight out. But that's on a different level. That's a different level.
Yeah.
Nice. JC Jordan for the next shot. Another good friend of the Figment 5. This is cool. I have not used a vape personally.
Oh, yeah.
For toy photos, but
Yeah.
man,
I'm
it's
against
just so
using vapes.
billowy and beautiful. Do what?
No, I was just saying for me personally, I wouldn't use a vape just because you have to smoke it.
Yeah,
But
it smells good.
it's definitely an awesome use for it. Because like
Neat.
back when I used to take photos with Felton, he had a vape and he would I think it was one of my Goku photos,
Mhm.
and he was he used his vape for the smoke effect in that one. But it turns out super cool, and for it to sit like that,
Yeah.
that's really dope.
Feels
Yeah,
so
you can get-
milky and
You can
dense.
get a lot of control with it kind of too, right? Like if you can put it out right where you need it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Real
that's
quick,
rad.
he says a subtle amount of haze or fog can provide for a more cinematic, soft look. Heavier amounts can be used for dramatic effect and create light beams from light sources. This effect is commonly used throughout major feature films and high-end advertisements alike. Yeah, it really it does add an interesting kind of just adds a little bit more dynamic. I don't know what you'd say. I guess the atmosphere. Being able to add those is pretty cool. It gives it a different feel.
Toy Mirth says that he wants to try the effect by, I guess, blowing it through ice or something cold to kind of let it sit. I didn't know that's how it works, to be honest with you, but that's
Maybe
super
some
cool.
dry ice.
Yeah, dry ice is classic.
Well, it's hot air rises, so cool air doesn't rise as much.
Mm-hmm.
I have noticed
Smart.
like atmosphere aerosol definitely like reacts different in different weather, and like it does the best in really cold weather. And then I've seen too where like for Halloween, right, people will get a fog machine and they build a little cooler thing where you put the fog in the cooler with ice and then you put it out the other side, and that's how it hovers along the ground. So I've kind of thought about trying to do something like that too, where you figure out a way to get it through some ice and see what happens when it comes out the other side. But
Or we can just all start vaping.
or that.
I love it, Jay-Z Jordan. Here's the behind the scenes. Dang it, I should have looked. Golly, that dio's sweet.
That is dope. Dang, look at this. Look at this behind the scenes cinematography right now.
Man,
He's got the.
look at
He
that.
probably has like a gimbal, doesn't he?
Little wipe.
Did you guys pick up this set?
Yeah, dude.
I know Jason did.
It's so
I
good.
didn't.
No. Oh yeah, of course they didn't.
I-
My bad, dude. It's not Black Series.
I don't remember when Black Series released these figures.
Yeah, this is nice. Good stuff.
Awesome, Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z. Centerpoint. Dude.
That's his
Oh,
custom
snap!
head,
Is that his?
right?
Yeah, is that
I was
his
going to say, it's a
sculpt?
custom head.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Centerpoint was at WonderCon.
Yeah.
He had a booth there with Luke and Frederick.
And Fred, that's right.
And, obviously, their stuff is super awesome. Those guys are all super talented. But seeing them in person, in hand, and like their display, I mean, just gives you such a appreciation for like how good it looks.
So cool.
The
All
details.
right, here you go. So this is kind of a pseudo practical, also C-3PO's head, just if you didn't. But a pseudo
Awesome.
digital practical digiorama.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's still
I still consider Digirama practical.
Same.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so fun. This is also a great way to feature your own work.
Yeah.
Like in your shot, like really focus on that. I mean, because at this framing, I mean, considering that's a 112 size head sculpt, and then like painting that detail, I've done it before, and dude, it's so freaking.
It's so hard. That's really impressive.
Yeah. So, always beautiful work.
Great stuff.
Yay, Lego!
Build
robots. Look at this diorama.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Actual rocks, aluminum foil, Mod Podge, and paint for like the back wall. Packing paper also painted. Transparent Lego piece taped to light to achieve the red glow. Light.
Perfect.
That's a good
great.
effect.
It's a good gel.
See, you don't even like. Here you go. Cheap LED lights from Walmart. I just love that. It's so fun when people are able to take everyday objects and build, really creative stuff from them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's nice.
Very crafty. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Kind of see the form of that aluminum foil, I think, around it.
Guys, do you guys remember if stalactites are the ones on the ceiling or on the ground? Is it
They hang
stalagmites?
tight.
Oh, is that the little trick?
Yeah, I think.
But they're hanging tight on the ground,
to
too.
Roof.
They hang tight and the mites from the ground up.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's the tights are down and mites are up.
That's a
think so.
sweet set.
That is a cool set.
Mites are up?
Aren't they?
I don't know. I literally don't remember.
That's
I
being
went
chat.
on a field trip to I think it was Luray Caverns or something like that when I was a kid, and yeah, I think we learned it there, but I did not pay attention.
I think I'm right, but I could be wrong.
All right, somebody
is
needs
really
to look this
cool.
up. Somebody look it up and let us know. Stalactites or stalagmites, and like, what are they? Is it on the ceiling or is it on the ground?
How many more entries do we have?
Let's see. I think we're getting pretty close to. Oh. Okay. Sorry. We'll speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, gotta speed it up, or I might have to head out a little early.
Sorry. Clone Spider first. Also, great shot. Since we've already talked about your previous shot, this is another beautiful one. Nice seeing something
That's
other
dope.
than just troopers.
Is that a BAM?
Don't know. Probably. Looks like it. Yep.
Or compressed can. It looks
Compressed.
like a
Yeah, it
compressed
looks
can.
like a compressed
I
can.
can
'cause
I
it
can
got
see the
smoke.
gas or whatever
Oh, yeah.
that is.
Love
Sweet.
that. Okay. Here's one.
Whoa, is this like a
Is that a
Big
cutout?
paper? Oh, it does look like a cutout. Yeah.
Yeah. Look
That's
at this.
cool.
It's sick.
Yeah,
I mean, look
the
at
cutout. The cutouts is a one that I've always wanted to try. It's tough
Cutouts.
to get the
Yeah. Cutouts would
lighting
be a
and
fun one.
I feel like cutouts have become more of a thing recently, or am I tripping right now? Because like, I know it's been a thing in like ACBA, but
yeah, I feel like it's been even with like, I kind of follow that on Facebook quite a bit, and yeah, it's more so because it used to be just kind of like little words, but like it's been a lot. Been incorporated a lot with bigger portions of the photos, and so when it's done well, it looks good, and so like this one, it works really well. It's good, clean
That's so
cutout,
cool.
the black and white effect.
It's nice. It's just a great use. I mean, just the diorama itself works great, but then also the plunderling using the black and white version, and then building all these little pieces. Like this is a lot of effort.
Love
hey,
that
what are
right
those
there.
figures from?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Super 7. They're too small, I think. But
No, they look like they're probably older.
yeah, it's beautiful. And also the saran wrap for water back there.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a good
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah. Dude, this is Gabe. Nice work.
That's a
That's
clever effect.
Really
Saran
beautiful.
wrap.
I think if you go check out his page, he's got another one similar. It might be a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, so cool. Steve, what's up, man? You're here. We saw you. This is, man, paper cutouts, what we were just kind of talking about. Like, it's such a really great way to, quickly get elements if you don't have, like, actual props. This is a nice build. This is a cool, I don't know, like, is this part of, like, the packaging or something from the...
Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought it was just the pizza thing, but the whole background is.
Even the background.
That's brilliant.
Have you guys heard of extreme sets?
Yeah.
Paper.
I don't
paper
think so.
cutout.
It looks too small. I don't know where it's from.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't think of that. But I thought you just said if you heard of them.
Background from the inside of Donkey Kong figure box. There you go.
Oh, nice.
We just need to read the description, guys.
I don't know how to read.
It's all the way
There,
at the
he also
bottom.
said it in the chat. That's
Yeah.
really cool, and I love the like from here. It works really great. I mean, that's the other thing. There's some really excellent uses of like those extreme sets and things like that. Where in a lot of shots, the way you light it or the way you frame it sometimes doesn't even look like it's actually just like flat.
The pizza's from a mill lad. Yeah.
Nice.
I would never
That's
think to
brilliant.
use that. That's hilarious.
That's awesome, dude. Nice work, Steve. This is so good. I love seeing your work, man.
Cool.
Ciao, Fernando.
Look, it's Gimli.
Gimli. So check this out. This is
Gimli,
also
son of
fun.
Bloin.
Yeah, he's got bubbles going.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a syringe.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
That's perfect. Look at the foamy.
That
Yeah, for
froth,
June.
that foam.
Yeah, the froth.
The
Bubble.
for June.
Yep.
Bubble for beer.
so cool. Practical effects, yeah, just a really, really clever way to get them. And the other thing, it's kind of, when you think of people who do food photography, what's cool is like seeing how they'll use like glycerin instead of actual water, because glycerin won't move. You kind of put it on there, it's got the same visual effect, but
Yeah.
it works differently. Or you know, like this, the bubbles are not going to immediately pop, especially when they're small like that. So you don't actually have to have something like bubbling underneath it to create the bubbles. So really clever way to do it.
That's a really cool
good.
one. I'm gonna use that someday.
On his beard too, and it's
yeah.
small enough on the beard to not look out of scale.
Yeah.
Right.
And it helps that you can't see like the rainbowy prism
Yeah.
color from the soap.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaba and also Gabriel Gabalda, they've been doing some really, really great work of late. Really glad you guys entered the challenge. It's awesome stuff.
Pepper's Ghost, right?
No,
Just kidding.
it's not actually. It's a long exposure, 20-second shutter time.
Oh,
And
snap.
So basically, I would think, take the figure in the ending position. Oh, you got to actually, no, you got to do more than that. You actually have to repose it too. And then
Mhm.
Wow.
So was that all in one shot, or you think it was
I think so.
put together?
Or you have two figures.
Drag shot camera technique. Instead of dragging the camera, change the pose in 20-second shutter time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dang, that requires posing skills and
And balance
timing
skills,
skills
too.
and balance skills.
That's amazing.
That's a cool effect.
Love that.
Add that down for
I would never
July.
think to do it like that.
That's really nice. Long
That's so
exposure. Yep. That's great.
Well, I've seen some long exposures where people have done it, and you've kind of gotten a ghost effect where you have it in there, then you pull it out, and it kind of has like a holographic effect. I've seen that in a couple of photos.
Mm-hmm.
But this sense of movement and changing the pose in the photo, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it before with kind of the Spider-Man, or not the Spider-Man, the Doctor Strange push effect. I've seen someone do that before, where they've taken this exposure and moved the character along or whatever to give that kind of ghosty feel.
That is cool.
That's cool right there.
Really, really impressive to do this all in 20 seconds. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
A pick toy tail.
I wonder how many times they had to try to get it right.
Said a lot.
Oh, is that what it
Said a
said?
lot, but happy
Did I not
about it.
read again?
Fred, Northern Fred, who was also here, or at least was here. Oh man, sorry we didn't get you a shot before you had to leave, buddy.
Oh no!
Love, man.
Good fireworks. Good
So
bokeh.
exciting.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
so dangerous.
See that's a wildfire waiting to happen right there.
No, it's all lush and green back there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That looks like a giant
Yeah,
stump
yeah,
right
that's
there.
Oh,
Dadgummit. I pushed something on my keyboard on accident. Yeah, beautiful. Just the exposure, like getting the exposure right too. That's another thing that I think it'd be challenging, because you want to get the nice orange. You don't want that just to blow out, so it's just
Right.
white. So bringing some of that and capturing some of those orange, warm colors.
yeah.
That's good. Don't
Yeah,
start a
there's
forest fire. I think Sir Dork almost did
Okay.
in that one video. he
Well,
made.
that dude uses like a full-on flamethrower though. So
Yeah, doesn't he use like gasoline?
yeah.
Oh yeah, because it burns a little slow or longer.
I know he did for his I think it was like the Batman Riddler question mark one. That was a cool effect.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a cool photo.
It's brilliant.
Man, you got to have a fire extinguisher right there.
Nope.
Speaking of
Cool.
fire,
This is
More
Richie's
fire.
favorite. This is Richie's favorite moment
Yeah.
right here.
Oh yeah, I love snakes, dude.
ooh, there's a lot of snakes. You didn't even see
Richie,
them.
you gotta get some of those mini snakes, dude.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Look at that. We got sand.
Oh yeah, he created a legitimate practical mini torch.
I want to start burning some stuff now. I want to try some. Practice.
Yeah, I think fire was one element that I did not try. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I used fire for like a very small 1/12 scale cigarette that someone made, and I actually lit it, and then I burned like the finger on the figure.
This is really smart because you're not only letting the flame light the scene, but you're adding a light on top of that
Yeah.
to just give it much more like control and color. Like right there,
Yeah,
that's really clever.
Because that one little fire would not have enough light for that. So.
Yeah,
Good job, Chuck.
love that. Nice job, Kill Cutter. Always bringing the heat.
Yeah, I liked how he used the cheap bag of snakes too.
This one's
I remember
so
those when I was a kid.
Yeah. All right,
Whoa.
Curtis. So sick. Another master. Another
this-
absolute master.
Is this the same guy who does all the forced perspective ones?
Yeah,
Dude.
they're so good. The behind the scenes, it's like
At first, I thought the vehicle was an act like.
Oh yeah, I just literally thought the same.
Yeah, this is
it's
really
so good.
Forced
The heck?
perspective, right here, the oldest practical effects used in cinema. If you've ever seen silent film, here's a really
Dope,
this is
man.
fun. Like seeing examples after this one. He shows this is Charlie Chaplin, or Harold Lloyd hanging from the clock on a tall building, and then Charlie Chaplin here, where they did like I don't know if it was a matte painting or no forced perspective. Matte painting here in the foreground you can kind of see, and so he's just. The matte painting actually covers in this. Wait, no, this is the matte painting here, but this is what it looks like on the stage. It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just amazing how you can trick your eye, or like here, thinking that you're actually hanging from over the street. But dude,
Yep.
master of this, the forced perspective, always so good. Oh, thanks, Steve.
Appreciate the feedback there.
We know it's
Yeah.
going to be a little tricky to get everybody over here, but I think this is just a much better platform. It's so much more fun to do it this way.
Look at that. That is
Nice
wild,
job,
dude.
Chris, man. This is just absolutely beautiful. Love your work.
love
Clone Wars,
that.
another one.
I love
So
that toy.
we'll kind of skip past this one, but another just outdoor shot and then using kind of the wire. It would be cool to see if you could do that. The smoke
Glass.
is nice. It'd be cool if you
Oh,
could
the
figure out a
glass
way
effect.
to like hide that too. But yeah, the glass effect. Yeah.
You're that under.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love that. So this is cool. We know our friend Black Pear,
Dave.
Dave
Is Dave still here? I saw him jump in earlier, I think.
Hopped in for a minute at least.
was.
Maybe he dipped.
So this is a really great way. So you don't have to do everything practical, but there's something beautiful about this. We actually got some practical effects built into the shot, but then also enhanced it. So check this out.
Yeah, I didn't even think that this could create this effect, to be honest with you.
So you got just water sprayer, and so you've got those nice streaks there, and then adding a little bit of like kind of blue
Color, I guess.
color to it gives it that like force charging
Yeah,
star.
that's cool.
Very smart.
Isn't that sweet? So a really clever way to use the action lines from that water spray to give that that kind of motion to it.
Mhm.
So you could have easily taken and built all of that in Photoshop or in Post, but using that practically for this was really, really. I wouldn't have thought of that. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Cool effect, Dave.
yes, Dave, it's really nice. Let's see. Wanted to create a Charging Star practical special move from 2. Got it. Man, this figure is awesome. I have some small gripes with the overall. Great pickup. Beautiful stuff. Very clever. Like I said, I never would have thought to do that. So nice job. Or
I
fire.
love this one. Love
Toy
this
Merc.
one.
Is this the Disney?
Inside
This is
Out.
Inside Out.
Inside
yeah.
Out.
Wait,
Right.
so
Is it the, it's
did he
the little
burn this figure?
Infinity? Disney Infinity figures?
I don't know what if it is Disney Infinities,
I'm not
but
Actually,
sure.
Looks articulated, so maybe not. But
looks like he sacrificed this figure for the shot. Though.
maybe.
Oh, looks like he did, yeah. Or maybe it's heat resistant, so
I don't know, man.
there is this is Jared on a different account right now.
Oh,
Oh wow.
For the
Burn.
grain.
That's actually pretty dope, though.
Wow.
Not gonna lie.
The result is really awesome.
Maybe it was fast enough. Oh yeah, and just put out the fire. Looks like you might have gotten away with it.
It's heat resistant, guys.
I bet it got a little burned.
That's
Got a little
rad.
burn.
That's so
That's
cool,
cool.
though. What a great way to just give that more life, and obviously with anger,
And-
you know,
Love the
that
character.
is how the character. That's
And
really
just
cool.
remember, if you're ever playing with fire, be an adult. Have someone responsible to help. No
Oh yes,
one-
thank you for that.
Yeah. Always practice fire. Safety
we
bags.
are. We are not
We definitely need
endorsing.
to have a lawyer on whenever we do these.
Yes, we'll have that in the terms of use.
To
watch
Darren's
this
little
video.
hand.
Wow, that's cool.
Check this out. Han pulling another daring, spectacular escape. Happy accident with lighting gave me an engine effect. With a little tweak in Lightroom and Photoshop to remove the wires, tried out lighting the burst from cloud explosion with direct lighting. So it looks like it's underneath.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that setup's awesome.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
I loved how that glows like that. That's freaking
Uh-huh.
sweet.
It's like Peter Pan ride.
I want to
It
try
is.
that out.
So pillowy and beautiful.
That's cool.
I think.
Good
Let's
job.
see.
What is
Wonder
the
if it's like some
background?
kind of-
That's
like a
freaking
light
dope,
table
too.
or something, or I wonder how. Oh, here we go. Okay, just a bunch
Oh.
of lights with
Bunch
plexiglass.
of limb cubes. Or
Wow.
is that limb cube? I think
Is that
Maybe
the
a
X-Wing
lot.
miniatures?
Ooh, Lonzies, maybe.
I think it is.
Yeah, let's look at the main shot. Ah, it's so fun.
it looks super detailed.
Yeah,
I think you're
he
right,
has
Zay.
tag there. That's such an awesome little ship.
Yeah. So much.
Jazzwares is
Yeah.
killing it. Jazzwares is killing it with their ships, but those X-Wing miniatures, man, still they're so
The
awesome.
details on those are insane.
Yeah. I have the ghost in that.
Oh yeah, the Ghost
Oh, that one looks
So-
great.
Beautiful.
I have the Ghost too. I have to shoot it one of these days.
You do, man.
R2D2 bros, right? K2 bros.
There you go. K2 bros.
Maybe the C3 pre-bros will shoot sometime this year.
Is this the hyper real Vader?
Is that Nick's
Here,
pick?
real quick, Darren Little Hales, awesome work. There's also some other really beautiful stuff here with
Oh,
that. So
look at that.
really, really great stuff. Nick's toy picks, man. No, I think this is just Black Series, man.
I don't think so. Is it?
Nick's toy picks. I think it is the
Hyperreal?
I think
Star
it
Wars:
is.
The Black Series.
I feel like he has done the
It
hyperreal
is
though. I'm
considered Black Series.
Let's look at his arm. Zoom in. Can you zoom in? Is it possible?
pretty sure it's hyperreal.
Okay,
It looks
you're right.
hyper real.
He looks too big to be 12. He doesn't
Okay.
look 6-inch.
Get it? You guys are cool.
Jason,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
hyper
Jason, I
real.
think it's hyper real, dude.
Okay.
Hey, Jason, I think it's the Hyperreal.
Is this like 1/8 scale? Some random scale?
1/10, I
1/10
think.
or something, yeah.
Or 1/9, maybe.
Don't talk trash on the hyperreal. That's Richie's favorite figure.
That's
It's
my
actually
favorite,
an amazing
guys.
figure.
It's a good
It-
one.
I think I showed it in my story, but like it started deteriorating.
Yeah.
No.
Did you have it posed or
No, I didn't.
did you have it like
I posed it like
word somewhere? Like
no, it was just like standing out like on a shelf.
see,
so
mine's
good.
like in a bin.
Mine's
I'll have to see
mine's
if mine-
fine.
You
Mine is
tried
too.
posing it, Spencer?
No, he's just standing right there. You can
Oh.
see.
Also.
I've posed him in when I've taken photos, but then I've moved him out.
If you pose him now, there is a chance that it might
But he might.
like mess up his
It's a great figure. I mean, you shouldn't keep rubber figures like that posed anyway. So it's gonna
Yeah.
deteriorate.
I didn't keep mine posed and I still ran
Yeah,
into it.
Richie, don't pose.
I
it.
didn't,
Keep
guys.
it posed.
I think whoever bought the Mezco Batman's gonna run into the same problem
Probably.
for
Probably.
sure.
Anyway, great, beautiful photo. What do we do with the practical effects? Just
Smoke,
just the
maybe.
fog, yeah, the atmosphere. Or something.
Fog and the light.
Yeah, nice stuff. Toy Mirth.
Oh my god, is this real?
More fire.
Yo, this figure's expensive, isn't it?
He mentioned in the comments that he did water spray, keeps the fire under control. He's never burned a figure, so looks like he knows what he's doing.
Wow.
But
Like spray the figure while you're doing it.
Must
Or
be
spray it
right? Or
pre-spray
before,
it.
maybe before. You spray it before.
Maybe
I don't know.
soak it in water before.
or put it in the refrigerator.
Soak it in Vaseline or something.
Uh,
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
he just keeps it down because it doesn't put out the fire.
You just gotta do it like super quick, I guess.
yeah, I think so. If you've got the fire burning,
That's
and you
freaking
take the
awesome,
photo
though.
That's
fast.
sick.
I'm gonna try that.
Do you guys watch My Hero Academia ever?
No,
It's
Is that
dope.
a new Pokemon?
I don't do Pokemon.
Yep, it is, Spencer.
So this guy's
Gotta
a
catch
trainer?
them all, dude.
Catch 'em all. Is he replacing Ash as the main guy?
That's Ash from the future.
That's his Ash from the future.
That's perfect. That should have been the title.
That's Ash from the future.
That's awesome, Toy Murray. Simple
Ooh.
Shots 86. This is crazy too. Talk about another
That
way
is
to
crazy.
possibly ruin your figure.
Hey,
But golly, it's
no
so
pain,
cool.
no gain.
Yeah, look at. I mean, I don't know what.
did he use?
I don't know what was used, but that is
I
all.
think he used some symbiotes.
Is it? Yeah. Maybe it's like black hot glue. Golly.
I don't know what that
Or-
is. Maybe
gotta
he
be
melted
something.
plastic.
Slime.
It looks great.
But it's all sticking up. I think it's got to be like hot glue or something, where it
Oh yeah.
kind of putting it on there and just like
So you think he like went in and like painted it or something? Maybe.
maybe I don't know. I'm not sure what this
They
is.
made-
Or maybe
they
it's like one of those
made,
3D
black
printer
glue?
pins. What?
That's
that?
cool. I was wondering if they made hot glue in like black already, but I guess they probably don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Also does some really cool practical shots of like paper cutouts and things. So
Mhm.
check out Simple Shots 86. But this is really that's
That's
really
a sweet
dynamic.
effect for
I
sure.
love that. Really like that.
Cool.
This is all. I mean, Star Wars will get us every time. A little bit of fun at a day or two being in the background. A
I
little
hate
bit of
Star
fun
Wars.
after a day or two being in the background. Bring them to the front, but needed to the sun to fill the background, so went for a big zoom.
Sweet.
Yes,
Cool.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
in the background?
I'm not sure exactly how that translates. I feel like that
Little
maybe was
bit
some
of-
kind of translation. But either way, let's see. I don't know if there's a.
Is that a real sun?
No, it's probably similar to like the little moon that he used,
Oh,
but
yeah.
another one by
Oh,
Darren.
I see.
Yeah, it's probably just the.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then another Bespin cloud.
That's fun.
Love that.
Love that. That's cool. And again, we've talked about this before with Ant-Man. Being that figure, but use it anywhere. It works.
Yeah.
And then
That's
let's see.
Zay's favorite figure to use in his Limcube sponsored photo.
That man is just like, he's like, if you could pick one figure to have for toy photography for the rest of your life, it's Ant-Man, you know?
It's true.
Pretty
It
much.
worked for anything. Yeah, good stuff. And then I think this is the last submission we had. Using water, like that is, just like with fire, like it's so unpredictable that it
Yeah.
makes me not want to do it.
Water's tough.
Yeah.
And big and
Liquid,
water
anything.
like that.
Nice. Yeah, look how fast you got to shoot that.
Yeah, no, he's outside. You got to be outside to get that. I got some good bokeh there. It's cool.
Toy Mirth, Baby Groot. Baby Groot is such a good toy photo toy as well.
That's true.
Is there any other ones that have recently come out that fall under that category? Of like,
Ray
I guess-
Skywalker.
I guess it depends.
Anyway, that Leonardo, really beautiful way to use that water. Love the other Lego photos. I've checked out some other
I want
photos. that he's
to.
got.
I want to shoot some Lego.
Really great.
That's sweet. I've never shot like this water splash. I've done like rainwater, but like I know Sir Dork does a really good job with the water, and like Mitch does a great job.
Milk. He uses milk, dude. That's got to be messy. Like trying to do
Oh,
like
man,
shots
I did
with
it.
cereal and stuff.
Yeah,
I would get so frustrated if I couldn't get that shot.
you gotta go outside for that, anyways, Richie. So
No,
it's not
you just
happening.
got to do it right on that dinner table right there.
On the dinner table.
I
Well,
feel
we
like
got some really great submissions for this. Practical Effects was a lot of fun. Now I basically have filled up the rest of the year with practical
Yeah.
techniques that I can try out. And Yeah, so really, really good variety of shots from different artists. So thank you guys for contributing. And I guess the next thing is we got to figure out what our next one's going to be. So maybe we can, if anybody else who's watching, if you want to give us some ideas, let us know. We're always open for that. But
yeah,
I'm excited about that.
I think we're running out of ideas, so we definitely could use everybody's help.
Just like the practical are these different practical effects and techniques that I'm stealing, we need to steal more ideas from you all.
Pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was a good chat, guys.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun.
Yep.
Is there anything else we wanted to say before we go? I think we kind
Yes.
of completed it just going through these, but
If you guys have been paying attention to our Figment 5 Instagram, I'm sure you guys have been seeing some things we've been teasing out. But this Thursday, Jason and I will be going on Instagram Live to kind of talk about this thing and reveal what it is. So be sure to stay tuned for that.
Put it
Yeah.
in your calendar,
There-
guys.
Yeah. Is there anything else in regards to?
Save the date.
Yep.
yeah,
Ultimates.
no, I don't think so. I think it'll be fun. Obviously, this has been something that we've been kind of working on for a while, just in the background, just for fun. And we kind of came up with the idea, like this could be something that other people might enjoy too. And so we just kind of took that idea and kind of ran with it. So who knows? I hope everybody's excited about it once we
Yeah.
actually reveal it. But
It's nothing
We
too
are.
crazy, but
So fun.
don't get your hopes up like it's some crazy thing.
temper your
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah, temper them, but it's still something cool that we all got to work on together. So
Yeah.
hopefully you're excited.
And I think there's something for everyone. We'll put it that way,
Yeah, for sure.
Tease.
right?
Pikachu.
I love it. Anyway, yes, that will be this Thursday. So in 2 days from this stream, we're gonna do that on Instagram.
Yes,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay. So it won't be here, but it will be on Instagram. So
Yeah. Although we could do like a live stream here to go through anything else, like if we're trying to show something. I don't know. If there's
Yeah,
anything
that's
we
true.
want
We
to
might-
jump into deeper. Whoa. Sorry. My desk is falling apart.
anyway, thanks for
Well-
everybody who joined in obviously who contributed, but also everybody who's here in the chat. And it's always fun to talk to y'all. And man, you guys do great work. It's so inspiring, and I hope it inspires others. Other than that, it's good catching up with you all as well.
Yeah.
Fun, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
guys. We will
Thanks.
catch you all next time.
See
All
ya.
Good
right.
night. See ya.
See ya.